jointly, several members of the Metro Council have joined together in favor of an independent audit, believing that perhaps the mayor's office has too much influence in terms of auditing. But I think for the most part, you've opposed that independent audit, and perhaps you would like to give us some information relative to your position in reference to how it differs.
I don't think it's that big of an issue. My main concern about it is taking the internal audit department and handing it over to the council, I think is going to make it much more political, not less political. I think it has the potential of being just a political circus. It's not the way successful businesses do it. If you look at what Opryland does, or American General, or HCA, or the big successful businesses in town, they have strong internal audit departments reporting to the chief executive, to the mayor in the case of the city. And I have all my life used internal audit as a good, strong tool to manage well and get rid of inefficiency. And I'd be, you know, I guess disappointed if that tool were taken away from me. If I have to live with it, I will. But I think that the proposed charter amendment just creates another department, more red tape, and I think it's going to be more expensive and make my job harder. Very good.
Another area, and especially dealing with the audit, I'm reminded of the problems in terms of Metro General Hospital's audit at this particular point. And that brings us to the whole question of health care. And undoubtedly, you know that we're heading toward the merger between Meharry Medical College and General. And I think you've been very positive in terms of some of the things that you've said in reference to that. But how do you see that? That is, a person who has been involved in the delivery of medical service in terms of a profession. How do you see that whole issue?
Well, I'm very in favor of it for a couple of reasons. First of all, I think it does have the possibility of providing a great deal more and higher quality health care to indigent citizens of Davidson County. I wouldn't be in favor of it if I didn't think it could do that. Above and beyond that, though, I think it's become a very symbolic issue that that if we're able to tackle this problem and resolve it, that it really will have done a great deal to promote racial harmony and understanding within the city. I had the chance to talk several weeks ago with Andrew Young when he was here, the former mayor of Atlanta, who was very convincing about how important it was for Atlanta to have found an issue, in their case it was construction of the transit system, that really brought the black community and the white community together solving some common problems. Now, we're not building a new transit system, and I think we've been dealt this opportunity in the form of this particular merger. And I would like very much to be in the mayor's office, to roll up my sleeves and to work with the medical community, the business community, General, Meharry, and really make this thing work.
Very good. You've already indicated your conversation with Mayor Young and some of the possibilities in terms of perhaps making Nashville another Atlanta, or perhaps greater than Atlanta. But how do you see the role of the business community in helping to develop that kind of image for Nashville? Now, what are they doing, for example, in Atlanta that perhaps we might be able to certainly not copy, but in some sense emulate in terms of our own desire to become a greater economic power?
Well, in the sense of the economy, one of the things which they did was, when they built the transit system in Atlanta, they made a promise that 20% of the business would go to minority contractors. Now, that took some help on the part of the white business community. There were minority contractors, for example, who didn't have the bonding capability to meet the bid requirements. So some of the banks stepped in and helped out in that process. And it's that kind of helping hand from the business community that I think can really help small businesses grow, can help minority-owned businesses grow in a way that promotes the whole economy here. And I'd like to take some leadership in asking businesses to help and participate in this way. You can't force